Hi, I'm back. Sorry, that was really loud.
I wasn't even ready for it. I thought we were doing a count-in and you're just like, hi.
Hi! Welcome! I'm back with Jess because everyone seemed to really like that last video. So I thought I'd force her to do it again. But I'm going to do something a little bit different today because what I've done is I've brought pictures from 7 shows. I'm going to show you 4 pictures from that show. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And then I want you to try and work out what the show is about. So there's 7 points on offer. If you can guess what the show's about, I'll give you a point. If you can title the show, I'll give you bonus points. I don't know.
Okay.
These points have no monetary value. They're a waste of time and they mean nothing.
Great, so completely up for that.
Yeah, so this is just me wasting your time.
As usual.
As usual. Okay, picture number 1. So these next 4 pictures are from the same show.
Oh God, it's a bit like that thing we watched last night.
We watched Sexy Beasts last night, just 1 episode. So it kind of maybe is a little bit like that.
Or these actual animals.
These are actual animals.
Okay, right. So they're having a tug on the rope.
They are having a tug.
Yeah, they're in a gym class.
What would you say that this show is about, maybe? Like, what is coming into your mind as you look at this picture?
There's a lot of tension.
There is a lot of... That is such a good word for this show. Tension would really actually sum it up quite well.
There's a lot of tension.
There's a lot of tension.
Apart from the people in the back. They're not people, they're animals.
They look so chill.
They're just like, why am I here, basically? But like,
especially the cheetah. The cheetah looks
just
so
confused.
Dumb.
Like, what is going on? What's the point? Why are we doing this? I don't know.
Do you want to see another picture? Do you think that would help? Okay, this is...
That doesn't really make much sense, to be honest. Are they in love?
They are in love.
Oh yeah, I can tell that. It's a bit like, what's that vampire film? Twilight. When they're looking at each other. It's like a poster for that, but except it's not
actually,
Twilight.
when I was reviewing this, I didn't put it in the review, but I thought about putting it in. It does, to me, have some comparisons to Twilight in a sense of like, she's a herbivore, he's a carnivore, he could kill her at any moment.
Yeah.
If he loses control.
Her.
But he loves her. So you've kind of like, you're getting there. This is kind of what the show's about. So is it like,
is the one before him trying to prove something?
Yeah, they're trying to prove their jaw strength. The carnivores were in that scene in particular.
Right. He's in love with this girl.
Yeah,
this
rabbit. This rabbit.
So it's a rabbit.
This wolf is in love with this rabbit.
This rabbit, yeah. That's all I've got.
That's all you've got?
So far.
Yeah. Would you like another picture? You've got 2 more.
Oh. What are they doing?
Well,
it looks like they were doing something and then someone's walked in and they're like, oh, we're not doing anything.
We're not doing anything. They're having... no moment has actually happened. This is discussions about a moment.
Okay. You don't actually see the moment, do you?
They haven't had a moment yet.
That's okay. Yeah, that would be quite
It is
difficult
weird.
Thing to watch.
And I watched this show going, no, please don't do this.
No.
And then weirdly, like, every time they have scenes together, I get like, yay! But then I don't know why. I think I've got problems.
But it's a rabbit and a wolf.
This is my issue that I face every time I watch. Every time I watch the show, I go, this is so weird.
I mean, if it was a person, I can completely understand it. But this is...
I won't give names, but I have a friend and he'd never seen this show. And I suggested that he watch this. I got a text message the next day from him and he's like, I finished the season. And I was like, oh, buddy, you've got in too deep already.
Oh, my God. I couldn't watch something like this. It would just throw me off because they're animals. I just couldn't believe the storyline, but okay. And not that animals can't be in love. They can be, but I don't really think that a wolf and a rabbit are ever really meant to be star-crossed lovers. But let's go with the next one.
Let's go!
Wait for Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell's going on there?
That was like my question when I watched the scene. I'm like, I'm so confused at who I'm shipping in this show.
That's more than just tugging on someone's tie, isn't it? That's a bit of a flirtatious
Thank you.
Thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is what I've always argued for those two.
Yeah.
To be a thing.
The deer and the wolf.
The deer and the wolf are mine.
That's even more complicated because we know deers and wolves, they don't get along.
They don't, but these two have some real When you said
chemistry.
Tension at the start.
Chemistry.
Well, it is chemistry.
Sexual chemistry.
It's very sexual chemistry.
Sexual chemistry. So what's this wolf playing at? He's got a rabbit, he's got a deer.
This is the basic plot of the show.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And the show is called Beastars.
Say another school.
The Japanese love it. Love her, or love her so much that I end up... So he's like, has to be really gentle around her.
Have you ever watched Vampire Diaries?
Love the Vampire Diaries.
So that is what this is reminding me of a little bit.
It is very like vampire. I think because we're females of the age where vampires were all the rage when we were teenagers.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't massive. I couldn't tell you what happened in Twilight. I watched the first film and I didn't watch any more.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
But I did watch Vampire Diaries. I watched maybe the first season of that, and all I remember from that is like one character in it, one of the male characters in it.
Blonde or dark hair?
The blondish one.
Staffen.
Yeah, he was both of them very good looking.
Yeah. So like in the show, the two people that I ship the most would be Lego She, and there's a female wolf called Juno. Now this is a highly controversial opinion to have. I don't ship him with the rabbit, I ship him with another wolf.
Okay.
That's like, I like that. But if I was going with god tier ships, like the best ships of the show, I ship these two, and then that female wolf with Haru. It's just so good.
Why do you ship those two?
The sexual tension is crazy.
Okay.
And they're like, hate each other, but they're like best friends, and he like super cares about his opinions. And in season 2, he barely talks to Haru because he's so worried about my boy Louis over here.
Right.
So I'm like, I know he's going to probably end up with Haru, but I'm like, my boy loves Louis too much. And I've been told it's a Japanese thing where males are friendship and whatever.
Okay.
But I think it's sad.
Okay, so what do I have to do?
I would give you a point for that because you guessed about...
The meaning of it.
Yeah, you kind of guessed like the essence of the show.
I gave you comparisons. Twilight.
Yeah, you did.
Vampire Diaries.
Which I kind of thought of as well, but I didn't put it in.
Yeah.
To my initial review of the show.
What can I say?
I think this is a different show.
Is that a point?
That's a point. You get a point there. Remember, 1 point.
1 point. Oh!
You can do it.
I've seen him before.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, I haven't got a clue what his name is. It's from that show. It was about a school, obviously. No? It's not about... That was when you showed me last time.
No.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I've seen this character before, but I haven't got a clue then.
Last time Jess and I showed you My Hero Academia.
That was it, yeah.
This is not that boy with the sweaty hands that blow stuff up.
What's your superpower? Well, my hands are very sweaty and now I can blow things up. You know? Oh, yeah. I don't know who this is.
What do you think the show could be about?
It's about this person.
It is about this. And the show is also his name.
Nutro. Something like that.
It's what?
Nutro. What's his name?
I mean, it could argue... I could argue that you're super close but also super far away.
That doesn't make sense.
And what you're saying to me doesn't make sense.
I'm confused then.
Okay. I'll try a second picture.
Okay.
I'm up to like about the Tenchi Bridge arc, so this picture breaks my heart. People will understand what I'm saying.
Right, so I'm just going to go with what I get from it. Like, basic storyline here.
Yeah, come on, give me the basics.
The guy with the blonde hair and the guy with the dark hair, they don't really get along. The girl in the middle, they get along with her.
Yeah.
One of them might love her, but she also might be just the nerdy friend, because that's usually how stories go.
Yeah.
And the person behind them is like their teacher, master, whatever. Sensei. That's the right word. The one in the black hair, maybe seen as a baddie sometimes, but
yeah,
turns it, because in fact he's probably just a lovable rogue who just wants to be loved, and is actually not a baddie at all, and ends up doing the right thing. Maybe.
I think I haven't seen the whole show because I'm currently watching it, but what you're saying might happen.
Okay.
But at the minute, it's not happened.
And then the one with the blonde hair, he's like wanted maybe the hero to start off with.
Yeah.
But maybe it gets into a bit of bother at some point, because the heroes always do.
Gets into a bit of bother.
Yeah,
like
they always do in the end,
Yeah.
though, don't they? Because they are wanting to be the heroes, they're trying to be the heroes, and they do something that might be quite wrong, and then they get that question of whether or not they can be the hero. But ultimately, in the end, he will be the hero. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was pretty good from that picture. You've done well there. Okay, next picture.
So is that blonde guy?
That's the same people you were just talking about, and that was the girl.
So she's saving him
Mm-hmm.
because something's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Is he dying, or is he just in really bad distress?
Distress.
Is he sunburnt?
Burn.
Been caught in fire? Or something hot?
Something has burned his
Yeah,
way.
okay. Somebody's done that to him.
Kind of did it to himself.
Oh. Why would you do that to yourself?
Accidentally.
Okay.
He lost control of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to be a hero, but he didn't quite work it out.
Yeah.
Puts himself into a bit of a predicament there.
Yeah.
So she's saving him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was the last picture. What do you think the show is about? Maybe not a genre, but a type of person. What kind of kids are these?
What do you mean, what type of kids are they?
Like, when I showed you My Hero Academia, it was heroes. These kids were training to be heroes.
So these guys are just training
to be
like the heroes, like top of their game.
There's a word they want to be. Begins with an N.
Ninjas.
Yes, they want to be ninjas. This
When
show
you
is
said
about-
sensei, yeah, okay, it
the
makes
show
sense.
is about ninjas.
Oh my god, it's a bit like Karate Kid. That was the plot of Karate Kid. Because the young boy in Karate Kid goes against the bad guy, there's a girl involved. Maybe not the same because they're not all competing to be ninjas, and he wasn't competing to be a ninja, but that's the kind of vibe.
Okay, so you think the show is about ninjas? Yeah.
Well, they're training to be ninjas.
Training to be ninjas. Do you have a thought on what the show is called? You were kind of close before. You're so close to what the show is called. It's that blonde kid's name, I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I don't know what the kid's name is. I don't know, Ninja. I don't. You're saying I'm so close. I gave you an answer earlier and it was wrong, so I can't be nearly close.
Okay, I'll tell you. This show is one of the most famous anime, maybe not ever, but it's pretty up there. It's called Naruto.
Naruto. I said Neutro. It was really close.
That's why I said you're kind of close, but you're kind of like nowhere near, because Neutro is not close.
Naruto and Neutro, they're close enough.
Naruto, Neutro.
I could have said, like, something completely different, like Zelda, which we all know is actually something completely different. We know that.
I'm glad we do, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't. I said Neutro. What's his actual name?
Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto Uzumaki, if you want to get, like, technical.
Naruto what?
Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
Yes.
What a name.
What a name. What a man.
What a last name. What's your last name? Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
Uzumaki. Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
Doesn't make any sense. Okay, next show. Now this show I'm going to show you next is one of the most famous anime.
Right.
And if you say anywhere, what's an anime I should watch? Most people tell you to watch this one first.
Is that thing behind him real?
He can see it, nobody else can see it, but it's technically real.
For him, it's real.
Yeah, and it's a real thing, but that boy's got something that allows him to see that.
So is that person a bad person, or is it giving them?
That's the whole thing of the show. Is that person a bad person?
He doesn't look very happy to have it following him around, does he?
No, I don't think he was happy to have it following him.
Doesn't look pleasant. Is it like telling him to do things?
More like a guide saying, maybe don't do that, maybe do that, kind of thing. He has no control over that boy, but he's that boy has found something which gives him a certain power
to see this person,
to see that person and do something else, and he's kind of like, it's like a package deal with this thing he's got, kind of. It's been a very long time since I've seen the show, so the details do elude me.
Okay, so all I've established so far is that this guy is being followed around by something that no one else can see, but he can see, which is real. This thing is guiding him, but maybe not always got the best interests at heart. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah. Okay, I'll show you the next picture.
Is that the thing from before?
No, it's a different person.
That person doesn't
the
look...
dark-haired boy is still the same boy, but that's...
He doesn't look very happy to be eating cake.
No, which is always, I think, a red flag in a person. Why don't you like cake?
I know. Have you ever met anyone that actually doesn't like cake? I mean, there's some cakes that people don't like, but cake just in general.
You know what? No.
I haven't either, thank God.
Can you imagine that?
I know, yeah. They're sitting at a diner or somewhere. He's not happy about eating cake. The other guy is just looking at him how I would look at someone who wasn't happy about eating cake. Just be like, what's wrong with you? He looks very tired and stressed out. Like, he just looks deflated. That's the word I'd use.
That's a fair comment about him.
So what's going on in his life?
God, I wish I knew. That boy's got some issues. But yeah, next picture. See if you can... I make such weird pictures. This is not helpful.
Everyone else can see this other guy.
This guy is the guy who was eating cake. This is another person.
Yeah.
The other thing that was following him around is like a spirit thing, like an angel. So
what is going on here? Has he just said, "Look, I'm telling you something now.
Yeah.
I can see somebody that no one else can see," and he's like, "No way." and then he's like, "But you have to keep it on the down low. You know, because he's got the side eyes, just don't tell anyone else." And then he's like, "Really?" Because he's got nothing going on in his life right now. He's just deflated. So he's like, this is information that I needed. That's not what it is it? No.
See the next picture. I'm enjoying the thing.
What is that?
This is all the boys from before. So this is his weird friend.
Yeah.
Angel-y friend. And that was the boy that's sad who's eating cake.
Yeah. The boy's not eating cake. He doesn't like it. But yeah.
Yeah.
And then loads of people behind them.
One of the most famous animes. You might know the name when I say the name.
So, are all those people behind them from previous life?
I don't think so.
They're genuinely right there.
Maybe. It's been a while since I've seen the show.
Okay. This isn't great confirm for me to know that I actually... You're giving me the right information because you've not watched it in a while.
It's been a very long time. You give up?
Well, I don't really understand this situation here right now. They look like they're waiting for a train and that is just... That looks like London in rush hour.
It's set in Japan?
Well, no, I know that it's set in Japan. I'm just saying it looks like London, a train station, in rush hour. No. Except no one would actually interact with each other because people don't do that. But yeah, or anywhere in the UK. We just don't talk to each other.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't talk to me.
Especially when someone says I've got some friend following me around that no one else can see.
This dude? There's like a real tall dude in like leather behind me. Did
like,
you see him?
I'm putting my headphones back in now.
Headphones in?
No, and I don't like cake.
I don't like cake.
Alright, so I'll walk home.
I'm leaving this.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
It's not for me. Okay, right, I don't know. You're going to have to tell me.
This show is called Death Note.
I've not heard of that.
You've not heard of the Death Note?
No, I haven't. I don't watch anime. I'm not meant to know.
No, but like, there's like anime. You know, like people who don't watch wrestling, but if I said John Cena and I said The Undertaker, you'd kind of go, I don't know who that is, but I kind of know who that is.
Yeah.
Death Note is super, super famous.
I've not heard of it.
Okay, so the basic concept of Death Note is that...
Death Note?
Note, yeah.
I thought you were saying Death No.
Death
No! Death No.
Death?
Nope.
Nope. Not today, sir.
Not today. Death Note. No, still haven't heard of it. But
Death? No.
Just death.
What can you do with death?
Nope.
Stick it up your ass.
Stick it No. Don't do that.
No.
Right.
Don't stick death up your ass. The concept of Death Note is that boy with the dark hair here.
Yeah.
It's called Light Yagami, and he's like
Did you just say light yogurt me?
Light Yagami.
Light yogurt me?
No.
I'll have light yogurt me, please.
Light yogurt for me,
I'll
please.
have the light yogurt me.
No, not full fat.
Just light yogurt me.
Light yogurt.
Light yogurt for me. Okay.
Yogurt light. Light Yagami.
Please. Okay, Light. What's his name?
Light. Just call him Light.
Okay, Light boy.
Light boy.
Okay.
Light boy. So my friend here, Light, was at school one day, and a notebook fell from the sky.
As it does.
Called Death Note.
Yeah.
When he writes a person's name in it, they die. It's a dark one.
Shit.
If he writes down the manner in which they die, they will also die that way that he specified it.
Oh my god.
So he essentially becomes kind of like God in a way.
He becomes a murderer, really.
Basically, yeah. So this is the whole thing.
I'm not saying God's a murderer, I'm saying he becomes a murderer. God's not a murderer.
God's not a murderer. You heard it here.
He does.
Here first, folks.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
God's not a murderer. So the whole thing of the show is he's a very intelligent boy. Like he gets bored in class very easily. He's super intelligent.
Yeah.
So when he gets this power, he thinks, well, I'll just kill bad people, surely.
Fair enough.
But then he kind of
Okay.
becomes judge, jury, and executioner and gets further and further into killing all these people. And you kind of watch him do a bit of a, like Breaking Bad, how Walter started good.
Don't watch Breaking Bad. Not watch Breaking Bad. I know that's a bad thing. I know. I already know that. Okay, I know. I'm a terrible person. So the picture before is that Elle finding out that thinking, oh, it could be you. No.
They play a bit of a cat and mouse game, these two do, because they're both equally intelligent. And I believe, again, it's been 5 years since I've watched it, Light's dad is on the force that's trying to find who the person is.
Oh god.
So he's also involved in the investigation because he wants to. It's very
Another comparison.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf. Because
the
modern the wolf, the modern one.
Yeah.
The guy who is the Teen Wolf, his best friend's dad is a
Dylan
police
O'Brien.
officer.
Is that his name?
That's it. He plays the brother. He's
pretty.
He's a very good looking man.
What? Yeah, sorry, go on.
But his dad, and he's like, I know who Teen Wolf is, but his dad's like, I don't know who Teen Wolf is, and he's trying to find him.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. And but they're not best mates.
More death.
Okay.
And tactical, being savage. There's a lot of from what I remember of this show, I watched it and there was a lot of jaw-dropping moments because it's very twisty-turny.
What is it called?
Death Note.
Oh, Death Note.
Yeah, because that's what the book's called, Death Note.
Okay, right. Oh.
Next show.
Why do they all look terrified / they want to eat that thing? What is that in the middle?
That's a person.
Yeah.
And they do want to eat him.
Why do they want to eat him?
They're giants.
Oh, BFG. But they're not big and friendly.
They're not big
They're
and
just
friendly.
giants.
They're just giants.
How has he ended up in a world full of giants?
Again, you've got to watch season 4 to know these things, but...
So he's protecting himself against a bunch of giants because they want to eat him.
Yeah. True.
It could be Small Man in Giant World.
It would be a good title, but no.
Yeah. It'd be it's a bit basic, isn't it, really?
Basic bitch.
Then he becomes the giant.
No. He's real size He's that dude that's on my laptop now.
Ah.
He's there.
So what is he doing? Why does he look bigger there?
I think it's just perspective, honey. He's quite a small man. I think he's 5'.
What is he on then? What's that? What's that building? It looks like a building.
No, that's a sword.
Oh, right, okay. It looked like a skyscraper from where I was looking at.
We're looking at him as if we're being stabbed in the neck.
Oh, okay. That's not how I got it.
Angles.
Okay. So he's stabbing somebody.
Yeah.
He's protecting himself.
Yeah.
Now he's like,
He is not in this picture.
They're going for a soak. I don't know. Honestly, just looks like they're standing in some water, looking out.
They are standing in the ocean.
They're standing in the ocean, looking out across the sea. That's all it's given me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last picture.
And then there's a giant trying to eat a small person.
Yes. What do you think this show is about?
It's about trying to stay away from giants eating you.
Yeah.
But
kind of true.
Yeah. But how did they end up there?
I'll give you a point for that because that is kind of the basic premise of the show: is don't get eaten.
Did they mistakenly get put there? I don't really understand.
Could you guess what the show's called? I've probably mentioned this a few times. It was one of my favourites.
Can you give me the first letter?
A.
Can you give me the second letter?
T.
A-T. I have no idea. You've never mentioned that to me. Say the word. Go on, say it.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, I have. I've actually heard of Attack on Titans before you mentioned it, actually.
Titan. Not Titans, but yeah, come on.
Isn't that a thing, Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan.
Right. Yeah, I still didn't get it, though.
The basic plot of the show is humanity has been almost to extinction by these giants. So they live in this in this wall, basically, the circle wall, and they all live in this protective wall. Those guys that you saw earlier go out to go try and find resources and stuff and try and get extra land back and whatever. And outside the walls are giant humanoid things that eat people, but they don't die. Like, they won't die unless you slit the back of their neck there. So they could not eat for 100 years and just watch you, and they still wouldn't die. So it's not like they eat because they're hungry.
They just eat to kill.
Right. And the whole thing of the people in this world is to try and stay alive. There's a lot more that goes into it, and season 4 is amazing, but I don't want to spoil for people.
Oh, for other people, I was going to say, not spoiling it for me. I probably will never watch it, but yeah.
It's a shame. It's a cracking show. And that boy is Captain Levi, who is also my boy. He's like 5'4", but I love him.
Oh, what's wrong with being 5'4"?
Well, I'm like 5'6", so...
That's my height, 5'4".
Yeah, but I don't want to date you. Sorry.
Well, I know, yeah, but like...
Sorry to anyone out there that was like, damn it!
No, but I'm just saying, though, like, there's nothing wrong with small people more than me.
He is the most badass bitch. I'll just say the Levi and Kenny fight was one of my favourite things ever. And you won't know what that means, but God, it was good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was great.
I might show it you one time, just so you can see how good it is. But yeah, so it's about people getting away from big giants.
Okay.
I'll give you a point, though, because you kind of got that.
Yeah, I kind of got it right. It's small guy in giant's world. Or giants in small guy's world. Unwelcome. Unwelcome.
Unwelcome. That actually sounds like a Japanese title translated into English, because a lot of the time you read them and you go, what? Hi, Editing Danny here. As I was editing this video, I realised that it was way too long and nobody wants to sit through an hour of this. So what I've done is I've chopped it in half, and next week, so next Sunday, the second half will be out. Or maybe you're watching this in the future and it's already there. If so, I'll link to it. If not, I'm sure there's loads of other stuff on my channel you could watch. Maybe. Please. Anywho, that's all I wanted to say, so I'll see you later. Bye.